Good afternoon, Cosno, and welcome to Patriot Platform. I'm Emily.
And I'm Christian. Today we'll be looking over things from Cosno and around the Metro Detroit area.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. First, we head over to Cece with a Patriot Football update.
Hey Cosmo Crazies, this is Cece with the news from the last home varsity game Friday. On Friday the 13th, the boys versed Port Huron at home for the last home game of the year. It was senior night in the stadium. All senior football players, cheerleaders, marching band members, dancers were recognized in the stadium that night. It was also the breast cancer game, and the student section decked out in pink. The marching band marched its last show of the season, finishing up all the Strange Creatures show. The boys lost the last home game against Port Huron, final score being 24-7. Good season, boys, and good luck on your next game. The next game is against St. Clair away. The game starts at 7 and tickets are $5. Make sure you come out and support the boys. Go Patriots!
Keep up the good work, Patriots. Now over to Tristan with an update on the World Series.
Who do you think's going to win the World Series?
I think it's going to be the Chicago Cubs.
I think the Dodgers are going to win.
All I got to say is that the Detroit Tigers are going to win the World Series for sure.
The Detroit Pistons.
Atlanta Falcons.
I know the Detroit Pistons are not a baseball team.
Thanks for the update, Tristan. Here's Antonio with the teacher question of the week.
This is Antonio, and it's the teacher's question of the week. And the question of this week is, if you could go back in time, what would you do? Here are the results.
If I could go back in time, I'd probably go back about 15, 16 years, and I'd have a lot more kids. I have 3 kids. They're in their 20s now, and they're awesome. And I wish I had about 6 kids. 6 would have been good. 3 was just not enough. So everybody out there, have at least 6 kids.
Well, I wouldn't change a thing. Except for that one thing back in high school, but I can't tell you about that.
If I could go back in time and change anything, back in 3rd grade, I wouldn't have thrown that sparkler in the bush at the front of the house. I don't think those firemen wanted to visit that house. But yeah, that's what I would go back and change.
All right, thank you, every teacher that participated. Back to the studio.
A North Carolina man might go into the Guinness World Records book by tying a huge knot. Skip Hip says he's tied a knot that is about 22 inches across a 6-foot 7-inch long. Hip says there is a record for the biggest kind currently, and he spent about 1,000 hours tying it. He says some days he worked on the knot for 8 hours. The International Guild of Knot Tiers has to verify the number of strands to confirm there aren't any mistakes before it's published by the Guinness.
For the 3rd straight year, Chicago is ranked as the rattiest city in the U.S. According to Orkin Pest Control, Orkin says service calls in Chicago are up 32%. An entomologist for Orkin tells WBBM TV there's a lot of square mileage spread out along with a lot of alleys where there's garbage. Rats just love feasting on leftovers. New York comes in 2nd place in the rat race, followed by Los Angeles and San Francisco. As it gets colder, rats and mice look for food, water, and shelter to survive. They often move into homes and businesses to survive. Chicago Mayor Rahm is proposing an additional $1.5 million next year to get rid of rats.
Man, I don't know what I would do if I had rats. I mean, what would you do?
That's gross. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Here's Veronica with some Halloween costumes.
I'm Veronica Weisenbach, and I asked students what they're doing for Halloween.
I'm Austin, and for Halloween, I'm going with my boy Javier. We're going trick-or-treating with him and his little brother.
Well, I might throw a Halloween party. That's not a for sure thing, but I'm doing that skeleton face.
I guess I'll be watching The Shining in the basement, and then after that, I'll probably cry myself to sleep.
My Halloween My Halloween plans for this year are working, considering I work at a very busy pizza place, so we're going to be delivering and handing out pizzas for 6 hours, probably.
What am I doing for Halloween? Probably going to eat my little brother's candy. give some candy to the kids, you know, the daily thing, you know what I'm saying, back to you in the studio, you know what I'm saying.
Flip-flops made from algae are coming. The San Diego Tribune reports a UC San Diego professor and his students plan to introduce a brand of flip-flops made of algae oil. It's a renewable and potentially biodegradable alternative to the oil-based foam now used for popular throwaway shoes. The first pair are bright blue foam with a leather strap and the school's Triton logo. The retail product is scheduled to come out next year with different colors and a cushier footbed. Right now, 3 billion petroleum-based flip-flops are produced worldwide each year. They usually wind up in a landfill, joining mounds of plastic.
In other weird news, coffee from garlic? A Japanese man says he's invented it. Yokotimo Shimato says his drink is probably the first of its kind and can be a boon to coffee-loving women who are pregnant and are staying away from caffeine. The Kyoto News Service says the inventor discovered the drink by accident when he burned a steak along with garlic. He mashed the scorched garlic with a spoon, mixing it with hot water, taking a sip. Shimato says he was surprised at its coffee-like taste. While the drink has an aroma of roasted garlic, says it will not cause bad breath because it's thoroughly grilled.
I don't know about you, but I want to try that coffee.
I mean, no coffee breath.
Yeah, and I think it might taste pretty good, you know? Let's give it a go.
Earlier this week, I asked people what their favorite movie was, and here are the results. I'm Christian, interviewing people on what is their favorite movie and why. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Big Fish. Reason being is that the film is all about tall tales, and that's one thing I kind of do for a living. I tell stories, I make films, and so it's just, for me, it's the most fitting film and easily my favorite.
Thank you.
Why is Saw 3 your favorite movie?
I like Saw 3 because it's very gory and one of the most violent of the Saw movies.
High School Musical was always a good movie I used to watch when I was a kid, you know, my friends. That'll be it. My favorite movie is Chicken Little.
Back to you in the studio.
Today I'm asking students to sing their favorite song.
Dante, bro, I need you to sing your favorite song for me.
All right. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead.
Sing or rap your favorite song real quick.
No problem.
Thank you.
In the hills, deep off in the main. Drop the top, pop it, let it bang. Drop it, for this life I cannot change. In the hills, deep off in the main.
All right, Lil Bino said, Lil Bino, you better keep it pony. Cause these niggas out here sick, sticking on their homie, you know what I'm saying?
If you broke and you ain't dead, then you might as well be straight up out that bed, getting to that money. I hustle every night, grinding till it's early. And if I got a jug, then that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be.
Back to you in the studio.
Now to Jimmy with the weather.
We're going to have some rain at the top northwest of the United States of America. And then we had a lot of rain lately, but a lot of rain is gone. And we're having more rain bottom of the America, but none in the middle range. And so today, the high will be a 69-degree weather. And for tonight, it's going to get a low of 40. And Friday, we're going to ease in with a high 70. It's going to be a little bit nice. And then Friday night, it will probably drop back down to 49 degrees. And for Saturday, nothing but bright sun skies at 73 degrees. And now it's time for the entertainment. A Pennsylvania woman is celebrating birthday number 112. Lucy Tracassi is 8th oldest living person in America. She lives in a nursing home in the town of Cabot and shares a few secrets to a long life. She never drinks coffee and only milk. And for her birthday yesterday, she shared a beer with a friend. Tracassi says her love for beer likely comes from the day of Prohibition when the family was busy brewing 5-gallon crock of beer to sell to family and friends. Now back to the studio.
That's all for this episode of Patriot Platform. I'm Emily.
And I'm Christian.
And I'm Jimmy. And that's all we have for this show.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.